Thank you for coming, Captain Ottavio Big Score Scarandum mumbled slowly in a well-practiced monotone, reading from the prompter in front of the lectern. I wish to make a brief statement, and I will not be taking any questions. You may address your questions to the Public Assistance Agency. He fought to keep a smile from showing as the media representatives in the conference room groaned. The Public Assistance Agency of the Ethics and Compliance Office was famous for not ever having provided any useful assistance to anyone during its long history, and certainly had no intention of assisting the public. I must clear up several wild and unfounded rumors. He glanced up, and an excited murmur went around the room. Experienced reporters knew that unfounded was ECO code for absolutely true. First, the Ethics and Compliance Office was not involved, he looked up briefly, in any way whatsoever, which everyone knew was code for we totally did it, in the mysterious and still unexplained disappearance of vital frontline warships from the regional patrol at Mardasta. ECO has responded to the patrol's request for assistance in their investigation, he said, which everyone knew was code for we told the patrol to go screw themselves, and the reporters gleefully chuckled to themselves. We are determined to uncover the perpetrators of this heinous crime, and therefore we are conducting an exhaustive search, which meant senior ECO officials would be submitting wildly inflated and entirely fictional expense reports while they conducted a search for clues during a tour of luxury resorts and gambling establishments across Jaraptha territory. It was unlikely, but still possible, that they would find the perpetrators, especially if they looked in a mirror. Second, I must address the shocking and frankly ridiculous notion that when the Bosphorok suddenly and unexpectedly retreated from Funandeng, they essentially surrendered to a token force of obsolete ships that only pretended to be from the human United Nations Navy. We in the Ethics and Compliance Office cannot imagine how humiliated the Bosphorok must be when they hear these vicious rumors. Translation: we can't imagine how humiliated they feel because we certainly would never be so freaking stupid. The ECO would, of course, be proud to have been involved in such a bold and inventive operation. Scarandum looked up at the audience as a smile flashed across his face, which the assembled reporters knew meant, that is why I am bragging about it now. The Bosphorok have made a formal request for any information we have about the incident, and of course, we are happy to cooperate, meaning we told them to go screw themselves too. Though the Bosphorok have long been our enemies, any development that causes the entire galaxy to question their competence would be cause for concern, and we will be addressing the issue. The reporters chuckled again, knowing that ECO staff would be addressing the issue by drinking fine vintage spirits and laughing their asses off. Finally, let me close by stating that disseminating such rumors is deeply unhelpful, and we must strongly discourage any such actions, if you know what I mean. When he got back to his temporary office at ECO headquarters, a place he visited as infrequently as possible, Scarandum found his aide, Lieutenant Kinsta, waiting for him and staring longingly at a box on the desk. "Did you see the press conference? What did you think?" Scarandum asked as he sat down heavily on the couch behind the desk. "It was inspiring, sir. A masterful performance." "Kinsta," the captain glared at his aide. "If I want flattery, I can talk to myself in a mirror." "Do you want the truth?" "Probably not," Scarandum conceded. He tapped the box. "What's this?" "A token of appreciation from the mighty 98th Fleet, courtesy of Admiral Tashallo." Scarandum grunted. "Did you look in the box?" "I was waiting for you, sir. There is a card." Kinsta pointed an antenna at the folded piece of cardstock on top of the box.
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.